Welcome back, crazy friends. I'm so excited. Today, we are going to be making Keto Big Mac Sauce. I created this recipe and I am super excited to share it with you. I don't know about you, but I love Big Macs and I miss them. I just missed having a Big Mac. And what makes the Big Mac? It's the sauce. And you can throw this stuff on anything. So today I'm not only gonna be showing you the sauce and how to make it and the recipe. I am super excited. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So stay tuned. I'm going to be showing you Big Mac in a bowl, a Keto Big Mac Casserole, a Big Mac wrap. Like, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, I don't think so. So stay tuned and come along, get in my kitchen with me and forget about everything that's going on in the world right now and just have some fun in the kitchen. Let's throw that Keto Big Mac sauce on everything. Okay, so for this recipe, we're gonna be needing some paprika, some mayonnaise. I know this is not the best keto mayonnaise, but it's what my family likes, so that's what I buy. And then we have some Dill Relish. So if you look at the macros, it has 0 carbs. So that is what we're looking for. You do not want to use a sweetened relish. Then we have Primal Kitchen Ketchup, which is unsweetened, which you could use a sugar-free ketchup as well. And then we have yellow mustard, and then we have the monk fruit sweetener, which is my favorite sugar-free substitute. Come along, let's make some mac sauce. Okay, so first we have a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Then we are gonna use 2 tablespoons of dill relish. Then we're gonna be using 1 tablespoon of ketchup. Then we're gonna be using 2 teaspoons mustard. Then we're gonna be using a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. If you have smoked paprika, that might even be better. We're gonna put that in. Then we're gonna be using 1.5 teaspoons of monk fruit sweetener. So there's a 1/2 teaspoon and 1 teaspoon. So 1.5 teaspoons of monk fruit sweetener. And this is it. So we're just gonna stir this together. Now, doesn't that look like a mac sauce? Oh, I think it does. Yeah. Let's throw this stuff on everything. I will leave the recipe in the description box below for the Big Mac sauce. Okay, so first I have already browned up ground beef for the week, and that's what makes this so super easy. I'm going to be making the Big Mac casserole, and we're just gonna be putting a layer of cooked ground beef in the bottom. And the reason I'm using such a small casserole dish is I am the only one in my family to do keto. And not that they wouldn't love this recipe, but I'm making it for myself. Once we have the ground beef in, we're just gonna be putting our American singles in here. Now, be careful that you don't use too many of these because they're 2 net carbs per serving, so each slice. I'm gonna be using 2 slices, 4 net carbs for one of my meals, and I usually only have 2 meals a day, so I'm not super concerned about it. Usually I always use like cheddar cheese, but when you're doing a Big Mac, you have to have the American, right? That's what makes the sandwich too, besides the Big Mac sauce. We're gonna be putting this in the oven at 350 degrees. It should probably only take about 10-15 minutes to warm everything up and have the cheese nice and gooey. And you can top this with lettuce. Obviously you're gonna be topping it with the mac sauce, but it will be delicious. Okay, so our casserole came out. I'm just gonna put some mac sauce on it. And I'm just gonna spread it around so everything gets some mac sauce. And then I know this is kind of odd, but I'm gonna just sprinkle it with some shredded lettuce. And you got yourself a Big Mac casserole. Super easy, super fast. You could do a huge casserole for your family or just do a mini individual one for yourself. Bam, Big Mac casserole. Okay, so you might be thinking, Tracy, that casserole looks a little boring, a little dry. And let me tell you, I sampled it. And I know, you know, it's just ground beef, American cheese, then you put the mac sauce, Big Mac sauce on it, and then some lettuce. The American cheese and the Big Mac sauce just sing in this recipe. You just coat the entire thing with the Big Mac sauce, and it isn't dry. Oh, it's so good. And the American cheese is melted. Simple yet delicious. This is a must try. And I bet you even the little kids, if you have little kids or the teenagers, would really like this. And I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we're gonna be making the wrap. So I have my folio cheese wrap. And I've noticed that if you let it come to room temperature, it's a little bit more pliable. If you take it out right from the fridge, it usually cracks on me. So just a note, just to leave it out for a bit so it warms up just enough so it's pliable. We're gonna put our ground beef down. And I'm gonna be putting just one slice of American cheese. Here we go. Then we're gonna put some mac sauce in. I am a messy person in the kitchen. If you wanted to just do that, you can. Otherwise, you can add some shredded lettuce to your wrap. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of lettuce. I can't get this too full because otherwise it'll crack on me. And we will just roll it up. I know how you usually roll a tortilla, but you can't do that with this. So there is your wrap. Okay, so I'm going to be making a cheese bowl for our Big Mac salad. And so I just put a bowl underneath. I'm draping this over and I'm gonna microwave it for a minute. See how that goes. These are the folio cheese wraps that you can get at Costco. And that's what I'm using for my salad bowl. So this is what it looks like after a minute in the microwave. I'm gonna let it cool down. It's sizzling right now. And hopefully it will harden. And then we will have our bowl for our Big Mac salad. Okay, so I got my bowl, the cheese bowl that I had put in the microwave. I filled it with some cold ground beef. Now, on this, make sure that you put some parchment paper over the top of your bowl, otherwise it will stick. Learn the hard way on that one. I just left this cold. You can warm up your ground beef if you would like. I'm just gonna tear this up, the American cheese, so I can get American cheese in my bites. Then I'm gonna top it with some shredded lettuce. Since it is a salad, this is a pretty small salad. But, I mean, if you felt like having a Big Mac for lunch, I mean, this would be perfect. And then we're just gonna top it with our Big Mac sauce. I mean, seriously, you can put this stuff on everything. There you go. A Big Mac salad in a folio bowl. Woo woo. Let's try to make a folio bowl. I'm gonna try to fry this up in the pan, and then once it's nice and fried, we're going to see if I can put it on a bowl so we can shape it and have it be perfect. So we're gonna fry that up. Hopefully it won't stick to my pan. Okay, I'm gonna try to flip this because I think it's brown on that side. Then I'm just gonna toss it onto here and kind of shape it and let it cool just like that. And hopefully we'll have our crisp folio bowl. All right, let's take it off the bowl. Oh, that turned out pretty good. It's crunchy. I actually like this method a little bit better than the microwave. The only problem is you know, you have some holes, so you would definitely have to put it in something because it's gonna leak out. But you could do taco shells if you wanted to form them right after. Do taco shells. That would be a good taco shell. Okay, so I filled that with ground beef, American cheese, and some mac sauce. We're gonna air fry it on parchment paper and see how it turns out. So 400, we're gonna try 4 minutes. I might check it at 2 minutes and see how it's doing. This is what it looks like in the air fryer at 400 for 4 minutes. Let's pull it out. I just flipped it over, so we'll put it back in there for 4 more minutes and see if it crisps up. Okay, so I put it in for 2 more minutes on 400 after I flipped it over, and that looks pretty good. I'm gonna let it cool off and then I'll show you how it looks on a plate. All right, so that's how it looks. It came out pretty good. I need to still perfect it for sure, but first try in the air fryer, not too bad. I'll keep you updated as I perfect this. It has cooled off a little bit from the air fryer, and it actually looks pretty good. And I don't know if you can hear that. It's crunchy. If you want to give it a go in the air fryer, it turns out pretty good. I would probably spray the parchment paper next time before I put the cheese down. And you definitely have to flip it halfway through, so because the top gets crispy and the bottom was a little on the gooey side. So then I flipped it and then put it in for 2 more minutes, and it actually turned out pretty good. So if you want something warm and crunchy, the folio with all this goodness inside. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Put that beep on anything. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you so much. I reached 100 subscribers last week, and you guys are just fabulous. You are the best. I love you guys. I have been working on some donuts, because for some, you know, when you have gone keto for as long as I have and you haven't had a donut in 18 months, I miss them. So I'm trying to perfect that recipe right now. So once I feel it's perfected, I will do a video. Take care, stay safe, and get some optimism and some positivity in your home. I know we're on, well, it feels like house arrest, but it's, well, not that I would know what that's like, but we have a stay-at-home order in Washington State now, and I'm just using this time to spend more time with my teenagers and talking with them and if it wasn't so rainy, I would be outside enjoying activities with them. So just stay safe, stay home if you can, and let me know in the comments below if there's any kind of cuisine that you are dying to ketofy. Have a good one, friends. Yeah. Goodbye, guys.